Hello. So let's get straight into it because I actually need to go to work. But last night we had play-in games in the NBA, so I'm gonna wrap it up as quick as possible. We won't really have any cuts in this video, so let's go. First we started off with the Sixers against the Miami Heat, and this was a pretty bad game. I'm not gonna lie. Stayed up to watch every single minute, and Joel Embiid, I think he shot like 25% from the field. Not a great game for him. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Butler got injured in the game, and they said that I think he strained his MCL, which is really bad. Going into a second play-in game they're going to have because they lost. Really clutch shot from Nicholas Batum. But I think they're going to need players to step up the Sixers, because if they go into a game against the Knicks, playing like this, it's going to be bad for them. And then we also have the other game, which was the Atlanta Hawks against the Chicago Bulls. And in this game, the Chicago Bulls looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It actually caught me quite off guard because we saw Kobe White, an MIP candidate. I had him second in my MIP rankings. Another player that played today that was my MIP was Tyrese Maxey. He didn't play amazingly, but so Kobe White went off, played fantastic basketball. We saw him score, I think he scored 42 points. I think we saw DeRozan scored another 22 points, and then I think we got a double out of Vucevic. So everything went perfectly well for this team, and we need to talk about whether it's time for the Hawks to give it up, because they're playing with two players that play on ball. So you have Trae Young and you have DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray played a bit more on ball today than I expected him to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. But he managed to put up a pretty good game. But that meant that Trae Young had a pretty bad game, in that you can't have both of them have a great game, because both of them have an unwillingness to play off ball. I'm pretty sure this season, the Atlanta Hawks have a record with both of them of 20 and 30, which means they're under 500. And DeJounte Murray by himself, without Trae Young, because Trae Young has missed about 28 games this season, put up 14 and 14, which is a 500 record, which is pretty okay. And so did Trae Young, even though Trae Young only played 4 games without DeJounte Murray, put a record of 2 and 2, which is 500. So it seems they're all right when they're by themselves, even though it's not a fantastically constructed roster. They're pretty okay when they're by themselves, but when they're together, they don't match up well with other teams, especially from the defensive end side. You can't expect to put so big of a load on DeJounte Murray when DeJounte Murray isn't even a massive guard himself, and Trae Young is a liability on defense. We all know this, so it might be time. And yeah, that's pretty much what's happened today in the NBA. I think we do need to question whether it's time to give it up for Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. I don't know whether the Bulls can beat the Heat, but with Jimmy Butler out, it's a possibility. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a possibility. So stay tuned to the next match day of NBA games, where I'll go through one by one, letting you know what happened. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in a bit.